Good evening, dear friends, and welcome to Math Marathon class. Today, we want to talk about something very important, which, of course, is part of solve when we did solve, but it's under further mathematics. So, which is special square roots. Something like 8 plus 2 solve x. Now, of course, something like this, you notice that it has solve inside solve, square root inside square root, and this you can hardly get this in any table or calculator directly. So this is what we want to tackle. So we need to illustrate with example. But before then, do you remember when we did I think that is multiplication of polynomials, when we said that a plus b squared is equal to a plus b plus 2ab. Or in another way, even if you take this one to the back, which is a plus 2ab plus b, right? And then we also said that a minus b squared is equal to a minus 2ab plus b, which can also be written as a plus b minus 2ab. For special square root, we have something like, when we have something like square root of a plus square root of b all squared. What do you think we will get if we expand, like following this rule? We get something like a plus b plus 2 square root of a b. If you want to do it, you can do it on your own, and then you see you get this, right? And then if we take this square root, if you take this square to the other side, we have that a plus, square root of a plus square root of b will be equal to square root of a plus b plus 2 square root of a b, which looks exactly like this one, is it not? Now, the same thing for this second one. Notice that if we follow this same process, we get something like square root of a minus square root of b will give you square root of a plus b minus 2 square root of a b. So this is it. This is for the second one. This is the second one. Why? This is that first one. Notice that this and this looks alike. The same thing with this and this. So to solve it, you compare these two terms with the first one, and then compare the last one with this last one. So let's take an example. Now let's look at this example. It says find the positive square root of 15 minus 2 so the 26. Now we're asked to get this 15 minus 2 so the 26. We find the positive square root, which is the square root of the whole of this. And this is the same thing as a plus b, then plus, okay, minus, that is for the second one, minus 2 square root of a b. And of course, this, from what we did before, this is also, and this is equal to square root of a minus square root of what? B. Now, we compare the first one and the last one. That means a plus b is equal to 15. A plus b is equal to 15. And from here, you notice that b is equal to 15 minus what? A. And we call this equation 1. Right? And now we compare the second one. That minus 2 sod AB is equal to minus 2 sod 26. And then what we do, we divide both sides with this minus 2. So when we divide, we have that solve AB is equal to solve 26, right? And then from here, we take this square root to the other side. And once we take it to the other side, it becomes square. That means we have that AB is equal to, that means square root of 26 all squared. And of course, this is equal to 26, right? And now we have AB is equal to 26. And this is equation 2. Equation 2. Now we said substitute equation 1 into equation 2. Substitute equation 1 into 2. Equation 1 says b is equal to 15. So when we see b, we put this 15 minus a. So we have that a into 15 minus a is equal to 26. And then we open the bracket. We have 15a minus a squared is equal to 26, right? Then we move all these ones to the other side. We have that a squared minus 15a plus 26 is equal to what? 0. So from here, we need to factorize. We look for two numbers, which when you multiply, you get 26, and when you add, you get minus 15. Two numbers which when you multiply, you get 26, and when you add, you get minus 15. And those numbers are minus 13 and minus 2. If you add minus 13 and minus 2, you get 15. And if you multiply minus 13 times minus 2, you get 26. So we say to factorize this, a minus 13 into a minus 2. And this is equal to 0. And here we have that a is equal to 13 or a is equal to what? 2. Then this, therefore, this square root of this, which is square root of 15 minus 2 solve 26 is equal to. Remember, we said that this is equal to this, and this also is equal to this. So that means this is equal to this. I repeat, we said that this first one is equal to this second one, right? And we also said that this one is equal to this second one. That means this is also equal to this. Therefore, since we've gotten the two values of a, this thing now will be equal to square root of 13 minus square root of 2. Therefore, the square root of this, positive square root of this is this one.